Hello and welcome. I'm Nick,
And I'm Sarah.
and this is Beyond the Closet. So, Tough Guy is done.
Yes, Tough
We
Guy's
finished
done.
Tough Guy. We rated it last episode. Now we have moved on. We are now on Common Goal.
Yes, we read about half of it.
Yes, we are already halfway through this. We wanted to do a little bit of a quicker read just because I feel like we always want to read ahead.
Yep.
So that's why we did that. So if you want to talk about chapters 1 through 12, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So what are your initial first thoughts on the first half of Common Goal?
I think it's good.
Mm-hmm.
A little aggravating at times
Mm-hmm.
because they're both so they have so many boundaries
Yeah.
and so many walls up that they're both Eric is like, oh, he's too young for me. I shouldn't be thinking about this guy, and he's also shouldn't be my type or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kyle is like, oh, he is everything that I want, but I can't do this to him because every time I've done this before or gone down this road before with an older man, it ends up fucked.
Yeah, it doesn't end well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get that. That's definitely like the main plot synopsis for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously it's going to end differently this time. But they just don't know that yet.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I think that that's why I personally really like it. I like that it's an age gap story. I don't think I've ever read an age gap story before.
Mm-hmm.
For romance at least.
Honestly, though.
I think it's really hot.
Okay. Valid.
But I like it. I think it's cool.
So I know this is very contradictory, but and maybe I'm being a little biased here because I've only seen 2 evidences of this.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I see an age gap story
Mm-hmm.
for a romance,
Mm-hmm.
it never turns out well.
Really?
Because fellow travelers and
there's an age gap between them?
Yeah, isn't there?
I don't think so.
I thought there would be because he was in college and he was older and was married.
Oh well, I know he was married, but I don't think there's an age gap. Not that I know of.
I thought there was.
I have no idea. Maybe. We'll find out when we read it.
But then Call Me by Your Name.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that was a huge age gap.
Hot take, I personally don't like that movie.
I don't like it either.
I know we're here for the gay romance movies, books, and TV, but that's just not one of my favorite movies. I'm just being honest, guys. I didn't really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Don't judge us. If you're gonna stay in the comments. Or
anyway.
Stay out of the comments.
Yeah, go away. Everyone has an opinion.
Yep. And no, I didn't like Call Me by Your Name because it was it felt very much like an experiment.
Yeah.
Both characters took it as an experiment.
Yeah.
And then they had fun with it, and then they got too far, and then it's kind of like, well, why did you let it get so far when you knew this wasn't going to be a thing?
A good idea, or yeah.
Yeah, he was married.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you're stupid.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Understandable. Yeah, I didn't really like that movie. Obviously, though, I feel like this is gonna be.
This is different.
This is very different. First of all, it's Rachel Reed.
Yeah.
Second of all, it all connects, and so far, Eric is a sweetie pie. Literally the sweetest.
Honestly, he is everything that I would be. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but oh, okay. He is Cole incarnate.
Who?
Cole.
Oh,
the girl I work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything that he is, he's just a male version of her.
Oh, so if he wasn't.
If he was real.
If he was real, we would set them up. Because he is bi.
That's true.
He is bi.
Yeah.
So that's funny. Yeah.
No.
I see what you mean. They definitely have that same.
No, and set them up as friends. Let me preface with that.
Yes.
Because,
if obviously if these two don't work out, we'll set them up with Cole. If this doesn't end well, which I hope it does, fingers crossed, we'll set him up with Sarah's friend Cole.
Yep, as friends, platonically.
Correct.
But I think it's so funny that like every time he mentions like a new health thing that he's doing,
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, Cole will be so proud.
And I've only met Cole like once, but I totally get what you mean,
Yeah,
which I think is funny.
yeah. And no, I think he's just like this is everything that a man should be.
Yeah, he's
Like, you know what I like I
he's
don't
definitely
want
a
to
dream
be
man.
He's kind of a dream man.
He is a dream man.
Because he's super healthy. He doesn't drink.
Mhm.
He is in tune with his body.
Mhm.
He
He's so sweet.
loves what he does.
Mhm.
He lives in an apartment that he loves. He is very good. He's a vegetarian. He doesn't drink.
Mhm.
Like it just checks so many boxes that
Mhm.
I'm like, and he loves art.
Yeah, I like
He
that.
loves art, and
Mhm.
he loves knowledge. He loves learning.
Mhm.
Everything that Kyle loves.
Yep.
And like he is really gonna be a really good influence on Kyle too, because then Kyle can eat healthier, maybe
Yep.
start working out,
Mhm.
and he doesn't want to drink.
Exactly. And
I'm
I
like,
really like
it's
Eric so far.
amazing.
I really like Eric.
Yeah,
Eric's a good character. I mean, obviously we
he's
had met him in Game Changer.
he's kind of a 10 out of 10 guy.
Yeah, he is.
Like I don't know what's wrong with him right. Like there's like nothing wrong with
There's
him.
nothing wrong with him.
There's no red flags.
No, there's really not. So far, honestly, out of all the main guys, well,
Okay, let's name some red flags.
some of the red flags of these guys.
Well, let's start with Game Changer.
Okay,
Let's
I'm
go
sorry.
through all of the main characters. I think this
Yes,
is
a
gonna be
little
really,
sidetrack. This will be fun.
This is gonna be really fun.
This is gonna be really fun.
Okay, so Scott, what's his red flag? Closeted.
That was the
Extremely
only
closeted.
main red flag. However, that red flag is now gone.
Yes, it is
Mhm.
because of Kip.
Yes, and I loved that.
What is Kip's red flag?
Mm.
And he doesn't
Kip's
have.
perfect.
I was gonna say like he doesn't like he might not have one.
I don't think he has one. Kip is literally the sweetest guy.
And like maybe it depends on your point of view. Like maybe some would say that living with his dad was a red flag.
Yeah,
or
but like,
him like being really poor is a red flag.
mm.
But yeah, I don't
He's
really
literally
see
like
it.
that. I look at Kip and I'm like, that is my ideal man.
Yeah,
he's
fair.
he's a sweetie pie. I've loved Kip and Scott, and yeah, the main thing with Scott was probably being closeted for sure and not being able to do stuff with Kip.
Yeah.
Kip, I don't think had any red flags. He maybe had yellow flags, but that's it.
Yellow flags.
Yeah,
Beige.
which in between,
Beige
in between.
flags.
Just to clarify, in between, he maybe had some yellow flags. Like anytime
I think you mean beige flags.
beige. Yeah, well, I think of red like blue, red, green, and yellow as like the
Oh,
traffic lights.
Yes.
So that's why I
fair.
say yellow.
But I think TikTok always goes with beige.
Beige. Okay. Well,
Beige
we're saying yellow. That's our thing now.
Oh, okay. Maybe yellow flags are like the in between, and then beige flags are like icks.
Yeah. So yellow flags for me personally, like for me, a guy I
This
would
is a
like
new segment. For each character that we meet, we give them a red flag, a yellow flag,
and
a beige flag,
and
and a green
flag. The flag segment. I'm writing this
love it.
down. I'm writing this down. So for me personally,
Can I leave my binder here?
for a guy, for me, I don't think you brought it. You took it home last time.
Did I really?
Yeah. It's okay though. I can write it all down.
I know, but I like writing.
I know, I understand. Anyway, yeah, the flags. So Kip is really sweet. He's great. Me
Yes.
personally, a yellow flag would be this. A yellow flag is something that's kind of like it's tolerable.
Yes.
So me personally, like if I was dating a guy and I loved everything about him, he didn't have any red flags. He was all green flags. He had one yellow flag, and that it was just like, oh, I don't like amusement park rides, which I love. I'd be like, that's yellow flag,
yeah.
but it's not like in red.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's something. Yeah, exactly. It's not a deal breaker. It's nothing super extreme. So like that's what I kind of consider yellow flags. Kind of like, I'll get over it. Yep. It's not a big deal. Shane and Ilya.
Okay, Ilya has a couple red flags. He's got a couple. So one being he has a reputation for a ladies' man. 2, he has a reputation for being a dick on the ice.
Yep.
3, he comes from a very toxic, horrible family. 4, he comes from Russia.
But the family part's not entirely his fault.
No, it's not his fault. But some people might see it as a red flag. Like, oh, you don't have a good relationship with your dad or your brother or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, because that can be a huge representation of who you are in life and how you treat your partner.
Yeah, exactly.
They always say that in order to find a good man, see how he treats his mom, because then he'll treat you the same way.
Yeah.
So.
Shane.
In denial.
Yeah.
Denial is a red flag. Denial
is
a
river in Egypt. Yes, definitely denial for Shane. He definitely, yeah, I would definitely say that was his main one for sure. Other than that, he doesn't have too. Can we not?
It's empty.
Oh.
It's the only reason I would have done that.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. Other than that, I feel like Shane doesn't have many red flags. Then again, I'm like a Shane like.
He has a really good relationship with his family.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's super into real estate. Real estate.
Mm-hmm. Ryan and Fabian.
Oh, yellow flag. He's best friends with his ex.
Who?
Rose.
Again, yeah, yellow flag. You can kind of be like, whatever. It's not a deal breaker.
No, and if it's not a deal breaker for Leah, then it shouldn't be a deal breaker for anybody else.
It really shouldn't be. I'm sorry, but it really shouldn't matter if you're friends with your ex, straight or gay.
I know you have a personal connection with this.
I do. Can we not maybe touch my knee with your foot though?
I'm just rage baiting you now.
Yeah, you are rage baiting me.
No, but
I do have a personal connection with that.
I know, but so I was gonna say to some people that can be a red flag.
Yeah.
But
I've made it very clear that I'm not going to get rid of a friend for one person I don't know.
Exactly.
I have made that very clear.
Yeah, and I think the whole relationship dynamic between Shane and Ilya, what makes it really funny, especially when they're at the cottage, is the fact that he's best friends with his ex.
Yeah, and then Ilya's kind of like calling it out for you. You gay enough to fuck 12's Landry.
I love it.
It's funny. Ryan and Fabian.
Okay.
I can list a couple.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. Fabian. Okay, listen. Fabian's a nice guy. Ryan's a nice guy. However, and we'll get back to the book review in a second, I promise.
We'll get there.
We'll get there right after this, actually.
Yeah.
Fabian, or no, I'm going to start with Ryan. Ryan's red flags are, I feel like denial is definitely...
A river in Egypt.
Yeah, he definitely has some denial in Egypt, for sure. And then I also feel like, I wouldn't say his fighting is a red flag. I would say it's more of a yellow flag. It's just more something of a rise of concern for whoever his partner ended up being.
Yep.
Obviously, Fabian was concerned about that. Fabian, we're going to be here a while. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Because we did not like Fabian at first.
I did not like him at first. He had a lot of red flags at first. My issues with Fabian at first were he was very needy. He was very what's it called? He was kind of a pick me boy at first.
Yes.
Very like guilt trip, all this kinds of stuff. He guilt tripped Ryan. He did a lot of stuff to make Ryan feel sad and make him feel bad and blah 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 and be like, oh, poor you, blah blah blah. Like, shut up. That's what annoyed me about Fabian. Obviously, eventually he turned that around, but those were his red flags. I would say was guilt tripping people and just I don't know. I just feel like sometimes he made moves that Ryan wasn't necessarily comfortable with yet.
Yeah.
That Ryan was forced to go along with.
Yep.
So, but Ryan's, I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Should I cover it?
Well, okay. So, Ryan's red flag was he had anger issues. But he was working on it. He was very self-aware. And high anxiety.
Yeah.
Which
I wouldn't say that's probably my red flag.
That's my red flag too, because like few red flags for me is high anxiety, and major depression. Like, and a combination of those things could be like if you tell me that you have bipolar disorder, I'm immediately gonna leave the table and I'll walk out. I'm gonna be like, sorry, no, because I have my own trauma with bipolar people.
Obviously, we hope those people get the help they need.
Yes.
Obviously, and we're, we want to be there for them as much as we can.
Yes.
But it's hard. We're not calling out bipolar people. Just clarify. We're not shitting on bipolar people. We want them to get the help they need.
Yes, of course.
But I get what
For
you're
me-
saying, that would be a lot for you.
Yes,
That would be a
and
lot for you. That'd be a lot for me. That'd be a lot for anybody, most
me
likely.
personally, I think. I mean, I'll be friends with you,
Right.
but I don't want to work with you
Mhm.
or date you.
Right. Understandable. You have
Be-
boundaries.
I have-
Everyone has boundaries.
When it comes to people with bipolar disorder,
Mhm.
because I have worked with a guy with bipolar disorder,
Mhm.
and he made my life hell
Mm.
at my job, and he made everybody's lives hell.
Yeah.
And then I also had this one person in college who, I doubt she's even going to see this, but I'm pretty sure she had bipolar disorder,
Mhm.
and then made my entire college experience hell.
Mm.
And so I'm just like, I'll be friends with you, but I need to have boundaries.
Yeah.
I need to protect myself.
Mhm.
And so that's why I'm like, I just like, if I learn that you're bipolar, then I'm gonna keep a long distance from you.
Yeah, and that's like I
That's
said,
just
that's
me.
understandable, and we're not shitting on bipolar people.
I just have personal boundaries.
No, I
That's
totally
all.
get that, and I just wanted to clarify that with our audience that we're not,
Yes.
we don't hate bipolar people. That's not what we're
No.
saying.
No.
We want them to get their help that they need, and then there's boundaries for certain people that don't know how to handle that. Have you seen Shameless?
No.
Ian, there's a gay couple in that. Ian and Mickey are dating, and I'm pretty sure Ian's bipolar. So Mickey deals with a lot of Ian's bipolar personality.
Mm-hmm. See, I didn't watch that
Mhm.
because it was so. It has so many emotions,
Yeah.
and it's so chaotic
Yeah, it's
that
crazy.
it makes me very overstimulated, and I'm
Mhm.
like, I think I would rather watch something else. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. So that's why I never.
I stopped watching it after Fiona left, but understandable.
Yeah, I would have watched. I would have been done watching it if Fiona left too.
She did leave in season 9, and I was like, I don't care anymore.
9 seasons.
There's 11, but she left in 9. Yeah, I know, crazy.
See, another reason why I can't watch the show. I'm sorry, that's so long.
It is long. Anyway, back to the book.
Well, yeah. So
now we're talking about these two.
Yes, because my red flag is would be his anger issues for him.
For Ryan. Okay, yeah. And then what about these guys?
Kyle. Okay, his only red flag is that he gets himself into trouble with relationships.
And he is kind of hungover on Kip right now.
He is, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of a yellow flag to me, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because, for one, Kip is uninterested.
No, he doesn't care.
Taken.
And they did kiss that one time, and I liked that direct line up into Game Changer, because they kissed when Scott and him had broken up. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was really interesting.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And then the fact that Kyle knows that it's not ever going to happen, so he needs to get over it.
Yeah.
But I think Eric is going to help with that a lot.
I think so too.
Eric having any flags?
No, he literally doesn't.
I
can't think of any. Not yet, at least. I can't think of any.
No.
So
I mean, the only thing is, a yellow flag would be that he's divorced.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why you wouldn't want to fuck with a divorcee. Mm-hmm. But some people might take that and be like, "Oh, you're divorced from a woman, so you've never been with a man."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then they might see you as an experiment, which most people don't want to be a guinea pig. So
right, exactly. I took notes throughout all these chapters. So we read chapters 1 through 12. Mm-hmm. So I have a little bit of a breakdown, and we can do a recap. So Eric Bennett plays for the New York Admirals, divorced, ex-wife Holly, struggling with goalkeeping. He's 41 years old.
Yep.
About to turn 41. Or no, he did turn 41. He had his birthday.
Yes, he did.
Love him. He's great, like we had talked about. Scott and Kip are engaged.
Yes.
Oh, that made me so happy. That made me so happy.
Oh, is there going to be a wedding at the end of this book? Do you think?
I hope so. I'd be really happy. Because you were just talking about how you want there to be a wedding in one of these books.
I do.
Scott had told Eric about Kip. Eric was one of the first people Scott had told that he was gay and that he was dating Kip.
Yep, inside that hotel room.
Mm-hmm. Eric and Kyle, they kind of meet at Scott and Kip's engagement party, because that was at the Kingfisher.
Yes.
Which I wish was real, by the way.
Yeah.
They just
There's a real place that they filmed it, but it's in Canada.
Gotta make a trip.
Yep.
We should. That'd be a cool episode.
That'd be really cool.
But yeah, they meet at the Kingfisher for the party. Scott, and they seem kind of jealous of Scott and Kip's relationship at first, because they're kind of just all over each other. And it sounds like at this point they've been dating for 2 years.
Yeah.
So they've been dating a long time.
Yeah.
So they're engaged now, which is great. And apparently, Eric's always been kind of attracted to Kyle. Apparently, which I did not see coming. I thought this was going to be like an awakening kind of story.
Yeah, I guess he's already been awoken.
Apparently, yeah. Apparently he's known for a while. But like, I didn't know. I thought it was going to be like an awakening story at an older age, because sometimes that does happen with people.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought this was going to be about. But it wasn't. So yeah, we found out Kyle is roommates with Maria.
Oh yeah,
the
that
same
happens after.
Maria, which I really like.
You know who we haven't heard about?
Elena.
Where
is Elena?
I don't know.
I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I want to know where she is. But I'm glad we have Marina. I'm glad we have Maria back.
Yep.
And Kyle has a crush on Kip, and he needs to get over it, like we talked about. But we learned that Eric likes to collect art, and Kyle's studying history, like you had said. So it's kind of like they have some stuff in common.
Yeah.
And it's like, maybe talk to each other more. And Scott and Kip want them to be friends.
Yes, like he said that they've been trying to get them together for a while now.
Which I didn't know what they meant by that, like together or like together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't think they understood at first either. And then you have Rosanov come in.
Yep.
And Ilya already figures out everything about Eric,
he's so
which was
perceptive.
Crazy. He literally immediately knew what was going on,
Again,
which was crazy.
His radar is
insane. Dude, I'm so impressed with him, because Ilya already knows his feelings about Kyle. Ilya put everything together so quickly and was just like, I already know everything that's going on here. And Ilya was barely even there. And he knew everything, which was crazy.
Yeah.
That was insane. And I was like, oh my god, he put him in every book and he'll just like say the plot.
I love it. He's like everybody's little guardian angel. It's so cute.
It's so amazing. And I think that that's really cool. I liked that a lot. Does your burn?
No, I'm just picking at the scab.
Maybe not.
Give me a second.
And we're back. Anyway.
Yep. Anyways.
Eric's gonna retire.
Yes, he is.
Eric is gonna retire, just like Ryan retired or quit. I think Ryan quit mid-season. Yeah, he quit mid-season. He was like, nope, I'm done. But Eric plans to retire. So yeah, that's what I have so far.
She's getting old.
And he also likes photography.
He does. That's another thing.
He's perfect. He's literally like, God put him in the mixing pot and said, let me take cute and hot and perfect and put it in the bowl.
Well, Rachel Reed did that.
Yeah, she did. Oh my lord. Yeah, he likes photography. Rachel Reed, I give you full credit. Kyle has something going on with his parents.
Yes.
And then we obviously found that out, what it is.
Yes.
And they live in Chelsea, New York, which I have no idea where that is.
Oh, I thought they lived in Vermont.
He used to live in Vermont. He moved to New York.
Oh, yes, yes.
And it sounds like Scott and Kip are doing a queer athletics documentary, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Scott came out 2.5 years ago. Eric feels bad that he hasn't told Scott yet that he's bi. He feels like he kind of like let him down by not coming out with him or whatever it is, which I kind of understand.
Yep.
What about you?
No, I get it. I get it, because he wasn't for sure yet, and he also wasn't divorced yet. Unless, how long has he been divorced for? I thought it was like only a year.
I think it's been only a year.
Okay. Yeah, so he was still married.
Yeah.
And he, as he said, he was married to a woman. He didn't need to think about it or put any thought towards it, even though he kind of felt like he was.
Yeah.
But kind of like where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like there's a suspicion in the back of my head, but I'm like, I'm getting married to a man, so I'm like, I don't really need to put any thought towards it.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, and yeah, like he didn't really know what to. I think he just felt bad because he was like, I feel bad for Scott having to wait all this time just for them to be another bi player this entire time. And I think that's why he is nervous about telling Scott.
Yep.
Um, and then they have a birthday party for
Yes.
Eric. And Kyle's like, no, I'm not going. That's like the worst idea ever.
Yep.
He goes.
He does eventually go.
He goes to the party, which I knew would happen. I'm like, this book is not going to be like, I know the next page is the party, and Kyle's going to be walking up the steps, and sure enough, he's walking up the steps. Scott, Kip, and Maria are going. And
I was kind of holding my breath that entire time.
Really? About what?
Well, because I was like, it's gonna happen. They're gonna do something. They're gonna do something.
I know. I
And
thought they
never
would too.
did.
But there's some stuff does happen.
Yeah, but like.
Yeah.
Not stuff that we wanted.
Right. Understandable. And they want him to come to the party, and eventually he goes. And then you kind of find out how his relationship with his parents kind of went about, because apparently Kyle had dated his boss back in Vermont, and a security camera had a security camera had caught them.
Yes.
And then the mom outed them to the entire town, which was kind of crazy and really unfortunate that that's how that happened.
His mom or the wife?
The wife of his wife, the boss's wife.
Yep.
Outed them to the entire town, which was kind of crazy. And told Kyle. Obviously, Kyle's parents found out, and that's how they found out he was gay, which is really. And they told him to leave town. That's crazy. That's crazy. That was insane. I was like, oh my god. I would be like, I wouldn't know what to say.
I would be so upset.
I would be too. I'd be like, you want me to move away?
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Yeah, I'd be pissed. And yeah, obviously, like we said, he always wants to get with these older guys, and then when things get too serious, the older guys flee.
Yep.
And it kind of reminded me of Fabian, when anytime something serious about hockey happened, he bolted.
Yep.
But now it's just this other way around. Sorry, I took a lot of notes. Like,
a lot.
Every chapter, I take notes.
Damn.
Just because for me personally, sometimes when I read a book, I don't always remember what happens, and
That's
I
valid.
like to remember what happens. So I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this part. It's because in case like a movie comes out or whatever, I'm like, oh, this didn't happen in the book. This didn't happen in the show. So like, I like to do that. So he went to the party. He makes him a birthday cocktail, which I thought was cute. And I didn't realize that Carter's girlfriend is working with Rose on a movie.
Yes.
I thought that was cool.
That was really
I was glad to see Rose's name thrown out there. Yep. That made me happy. And Carter is actually in the show, which I didn't realize. He was that guy that we thought was someone else, but he wasn't. He's a guy from My Life with the Walter Boys. And what else was he in? I can't remember. But he was at the cafe with Shane and Scott in the beginning of...
In Russia? During the Sochi Olympics?
Yes. That's Carter. I didn't realize that was Carter for some reason. I don't know why, but I didn't realize that was Carter.
Okay.
So that's Carter. And then, like we said, Scott and Kip wanted Eric and Kyle to meet.
Yep.
Eric and Kyle have a moment right before Scott and Kip walk in and say, hey, we're going to head out.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, we've been meaning to get you guys together, blah, 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 whatever. And then Kip's like, happy birthday, bye. And Kip's like such a sweetie and just like friends with everybody that is friends with Scott. Like, he's automatically friends with Scott's friends, which I liked. Regardless, he's friends with them, which I thought was really cute. Party goes till 3 a.m. Yeah. Can you imagine? Oh my god. Kyle's like helping clean up because Kyle's so used to working at a bar, cleaning up after all this stuff, and he's like, no, go to bed and go home. And he's like, no, like it's kind of my natural instinct to like clean up after people after this type of event. And he's like, no, don't do that. And then he ends up helping him clean up anyway. And sorry, I'm kind of like rambling about everything that I remember.
Valid. And
then Kyle admits to him, he's like, I thought you would be one of my past relationships where I'm into an older man and then you kind of leave. And Eric's like, no. And then he sleeps over in one of Eric's guest beds. please.
Okay, but can we talk about that room though?
Oh my god, it sounded amazing.
It sounded okay because the one in my head I'm thinking the one brick wall,
Mhm.
all white walls and white furniture and white bedding.
Mm-hmm. What's with the brick wall?
I'm just like it's too much white.
Just a white room.
Just white.
It's just a white room at that point. But like it sounded comfortable is what I meant.
Yes.
It sounded super comfortable.
That makes me want to go to sleep.
I totally get that.
I want linen sheets. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, that does sound nice.
I have that on my housewarming registry.
Oh, perfect.
Do you know how much linen sheets cost?
No.
Like $150.
What
for cheap ones?
What the fuck?
And I have a pair of linen sheets on my bed that I got for $70 at Home Goods.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
But they're really, really incredible.
I don't even know what they feel like.
Just imagine the opposite of sleeping on polyester sheets.
Okay.
They're breathable, comfortable, soft.
Hmm.
You don't even realize that you just kind of feel like you're floating.
Perfect. I should probably get those for the summer then. Do they help with cooling?
Yeah, because they're natural fiber. So they're naturally breathable and cooling.
Okay, good, because, you know...
You sweat?
I sweat in my sleep all the time.
Alex does too.
Oops.
And that's what I'm really excited about with Alex living with me now. Because he's going to be sleeping on linen sheets all the time.
Yes.
And because I'm willing to put money down on linen sheets.
Fair.
I am a sweaty sleeper. And linen, I used to sweat every single night. And I would get so uncomfortable and could not sleep. And then I got linen sheets. I don't sweat.
Problem solved.
Problem immediately solved.
Yep.
It's polyester, man. And I'm not even just like, I'm not trying to be that crunchy person who's like, don't get polyester. It has too many microplastics. It's gonna go inside your skin. No, it's just the fact that, yeah, polyester is made of plastic, but it's not breathable. It's absolutely constricting, and it's a disgusting, disgusting fabric.
Anyways.
It's disgusting. And you should never, ever, ever, ever use polyester for anything. Your underwear, your bras, your t-shirts, your pants, your socks. Don't use it for your socks. You're going to get foot fungus. Don't use it for your underwear or your bras. You're going to get funguses everywhere else. And then polyester on your sheets, that's even worse. You're going to be sleeping inside. You're going to be sleeping, basically, think about it, inside of a metal box on an 80-degree day. That's how it feels to sleep on polyester sheets.
That's no bueno.
You should not be cheaping out on your sheets. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And like during the winter, buy like natural flannel fabric. Because flannel will keep you warm. Yeah. But you won't sweat.
Okay. Anyways.
Sorry, rant over.
I was gonna say rant over. Yeah. Kyle says he's gonna help Eric with him finding his type of men. And he's like okay. And then they go out, and then he comes out as bi to Kyle, and they plan to go to the bar.
Yes.
And they go to the bar, and...
This is what pissed me off about Kyle.
Uh-oh.
Is when they got back from the bar, and they kissed, and then Kyle was just, like, playing it off.
Oh my god, yeah, what the fuck?
I was so mad.
I was mad about that, too.
Because Eric was still
so into
there.
it.
He was so into it, and he was just like, it's finally happening.
He gaslit him.
So hard. And it made me so angry. I was like, Kyle, what the fuck? You know that you want this. Yeah. Just do it.
Yeah, for real.
I'm sorry, but just say yes. Eric wants it too. And there's literally no walls that you're hitting with this. Eric is divorced. He's living on his own. He's trying to figure out his bisexual life and try and, experiment with it. Yep. So he's looking for somebody to date. Yep. He's not doing this for fun as an experiment. Yeah. This is serious to him. Yeah. And he's being serious about it with you. Just say yes.
Fuck. Yeah, that definitely.
Do it for the plot.
I get why that annoyed you.
Bothered me.
Totally understandable. That was kind of annoying. I will say though, there was a Wisconsin reference on page 116.
Yes, I saw that. That was really cute.
I had to point that out.
There are other things that I highlighted because they were references. One of them was Kyle compared Scott to Achilles.
Yes! I saw that and I wrote it down. Where the fuck did I write it? Oh, wait, no. I didn't write it. That's when I was like, wait, tell me when you get to this part. And now I know that you did. And I think he has the in one of these upcoming chapters, he pulls the Iliad off the shelf.
He does.
And I was like, okay, cool. This is great.
This leads me to think that Rachel Reed read the Song of Achilles.
Did you read Song of Achilles, Rachel?
Can you please tell us about
Please
how
let
you
us know.
liked it?
Please let us know.
Did you like it?
I feel like she probably has.
She has to have.
I'm pretty sure that's one of Daniel Radcliffe's favorite books. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm 90% sure.
Really?
I'm 90% sure. We'll have to look it up later, but I'm 90% sure. Anyway, Wisconsin reference. Scott. Eric comes out to Scott, says he's by it, and Scott is so proud of him.
He's so excited.
Mm-hmm. And then he was like, "Oh well." And then at first he thought he was like here to like do
Fuck
stuff.
Scott.
And he was like,
and then he was like, "Oh
no. And he's like, "Oh my god, that's not what this is. I promise." And he just wants to learn. You know.
He wants somebody to ask questions.
He just needs advice.
Yeah.
And Scott's a sweetie pie, and he'll totally do that.
Yeah.
And Kyle acts like it was the. Oh my god. That. The more I think about it, the more that pisses me off.
Right?
Yeah. And then he was like, yeah, and if you need help with any first time for anything, blah, blah, blah.
That's why I'm like, okay, they act like they're friends, but then they're like, oh, well, we're just friends, but, you know, let's see, like, let's experiment on each other. Yeah. Let's platonically take this to the next step. And it's like, this is no longer platonic. You kiss.
This is just, it's over. After you kiss, it's over.
You're not just two friends playing a board game.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's,
to break the news, but
you're screwed.
You're screwed.
So yeah, and they're 15 years apart, which I think
he's not a big age gap.
It's not. I think so he's 41 and Kyle's 25. Yeah, he's 25.
Yeah, he's like half his age, and then Scott was like, first of all, no,
he's not half your age. You're 15 years apart. Calm down. Ryan and Fabian are mentioned in this.
Yes,
because when Scott was talking to Eric about, because apparently Scott was asked to join the charity too, the foundation.
Which, okay, I think Ilya's thought process here is, okay, let's just get all the gay hockey players.
It's a support group!
Gay hockey player support group. Sorry, hockey camp for kids? No. Gay hockey emotional support group.
Correct. Anyways. Yeah, that was great. And I like how he's just asking everybody that we know now from these books.
Yes. Well,
Troy's probably next.
Coming out.
Yes. And I will say, in the audiobook, because I listen to the audiobook and read, that's how I read, it's mentioned that Shane has come out to his year mates over a year ago. That probably isn't in the book. You probably don't remember reading that, but it was in the audiobook. So it sounds like Shane has come out to his teammates. Not publicly, but as to his teammates.
When is this?
It said over a year ago, so this must be...
What chapters did it say?
Chapter 11. It's not in the book. That's what I'm saying. It was only in the audiobook.
But no, if it's not in the book, then it's not in the audio. I can't. No.
That's where I got confused! Well, I'm going to ignore anything that isn't on the page then.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, sorry if I spoiled... We knew Shane would come out eventually, though. Anyway, Scott and Kip are getting married in the summer, which I think is wonderful. And I really hope there's a wedding at the end of this book. Please, 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 please. Because that would mean there's a possibility that we could see that in live action, and I would love to see that.
I would really love to see.
I want to know who's... Me too. Me too, because I feel like I haven't seen one.
The only one I've ever seen was Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
I want to see more gay weddings on screen, please.
Yeah, and...
Please.
Chapter 12, Troy Barrett, who is the character in the next book, is friends with Dallas Kent, and Dallas Kent fucking sucks. I hate him. He's literally the worst. And if you look on page 146, dang, I can't believe we're already that far. That's kind of crazy. 146, I thought was kind of a cool Easter egg.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, but read it.
It says, it was too bad Kent was such a shithead homophobe because Toronto had a large, vibrant queer community. It would be nice to see their star hockey player that was a better role model, which is the name of the next book. That's the second time that's happened to us. Because remember, he said I'm in it for the long game. So now these are all. She's hinting the titles, and we don't even know it.
That's crazy.
You're really smart for that.
I love
I'm putting this
that.
back later. But yeah, Common Goal mentions role model. That's the name. I don't know if that's even on purpose or not. But like,
I'm sure it has to be.
it's crazy because I was like, that is so cool.
Yeah.
I personally loved that. I thought that was great, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited for role model because I've heard this is like the best one. So I'll be the judge of that. What's wrong with you? Oh.
Grabby hands.
And then, like we said, last note I had was them talking about how sounds like they're gonna be getting together to have some platonic sex.
Which it's gonna be platonic.
It's gonna be and it's crazy to think that technically these two are in heated rivalry. Kyle is in heated rivalry.
Yes, he is.
Because when they go into the Kingfisher, he's like, Elena brings in food and she's like, fuck off, Kyle, or something like that. And I'm like, that's Kyle because that's the Kingfisher and that's where he works.
Yep.
But we haven't seen Eric. But Eric's on Scott's team. So when they won the Stanley Cup, was Eric there? Do you know what I mean? Has Eric already been casted? And they just haven't shown him. Interesting, right? Very interesting.
Well, so we don't get to see the engagement party.
Well, no, I'm saying like, but we know these characters are already there. So like, have they already casted? Since Kyle's already in the show, are they going to use? Is that same actor going to come back for if they bring this into the story?
I would hope so.
I would hope so too. But like, that's my question. Is Eric casted already? Because technically, he was probably supposed to be on the ice with Scott during the when they won the Stanley Cup. Anyway, Common Goal has been great so far.
Yes.
Next week, if you'd like to follow along, we're gonna be chapping. We're gonna be talking about chapters 13 to the rest of the book.
Yep.
Because we wanted to do longer or shorter read this time.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be talking about that, and then obviously we'll be moving on to role model, and then we'll be moving on to the long game, and after that, we have some other books that we want to explore.
Yep.
So thanks for hanging with us. We will see you guys next week. See you later.
Bye.